Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. Say greetings to you all. Happy weekend. TGIF. Thank God. Say na Friday we day. Well, my information, or rather, as information minister where I be, and also the king of update. Make una see waiting this our brother, the what will I call him? The chairman of Pan-African Forum Limited and Associates, and I know say this man by name Dr. David Nyekorochi Masanga. He have how would I put it? He have joined hands with other African countries. The countries are going to name now: Djibouti, Botswana, Burkina Faso, Mali, Chad, including the newly overthrown government of Ouattara, which is Ivory Coast. These countries I call to you now have stood their ground and said that if by the end of this year that Biafrans are not released, like as in form of Biafrans are not recognized, that what the world is going to witness is going to be shocking. I got this information as early as 6 o'clock this morning from a very reliable source. It is a kind of a secret memo. But it is no longer secret because it has been made open. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Just like Michael Lengle came out the other day and said that he's facing a very big critics from his own people. He said the blacks now are his own people because we didn't allow him to finish Ibrahim Traore. Because the evil plan they have against the young man backfired. Everybody stood up, and the guy have already found out now. In fact, it seems like they have given him ultimatum. It's either you serve, it's either we are with yours and do our bidding, or we kick you out of our system into your own people. So that is exactly what is happening now. So this Michael Lengle have been rejected by the people who employed him to destroy Africa, and now Africa have rejected him. He came out to cry, and behind that his cry, we found out that they were two brothers. One had been used before to destroy one African country, or rather many African countries. But the guy later died as nobody because he was being used by the West. And at the time he needed the West most, all of them, both USA, he served under their military, abandoned him, and the guy died like a church rat. So this is his own immediate younger brother again have started this thing now, and he's going to end up that way. So when they begin to present these facts to this man, he make a U-turn and said now that he's facing a lot of critics. But that is not the issue itself. Look at the issue here. According to Dr. David Nyekorochi Masanga, the Pan-Africanist Forum Limited and Associates, he says, and I quote, press statement which is dated the 12th day in the month of June and in the year of 2025. This message is yesterday. And according to the message, they have been to addressed to Mr. President at Alexander Stubb. Finland trades silence on Nigeria's human rights abuses for oil and gas access from Biafra land. Pan-African Forum Limited flags violation of all these things. So as you are watching, make sure you are dropping your opinion at the comment section of this video. If there's other countries that I don't remember, or rather it escaped my memory, so if you remember them that have signed that deal to deal with African Union as a whole, the world will hear it and their ear will begin to tingle, because all these things, Biafra recognition have to start from African Union down to ECOWAS, or rather ECOWAS down to African Union, before it can get to United Nations, European Union, and whatever Western ally that want to approve it. But all these ones, all these years have been silent, and now they have connived with the so-called Finland to then deal with the agitators, which is very, very bad. Finland and Norway. Anyway, let us continue. Pan-African Forum Limited strongly condemned the recent visit of Nigeria's Minister of Interior, Honorable Olubimitunji Ojo, to the Republic of Finland, which we view as a calculated diplomatic maneuver to sanitize Nigeria's worsening human rights record in exchange for energy sector access and commercial diplomacy. This high-level visit, cloaked under the guise of Border Security Cooperation, coincides with Finland's growing interest in Nigeria's natural gas and oil contracts. We consider this act not only morally bankrupt, but a direct breach of Finland's international obligations under both European Union law and human rights treaties. A European democracy have gone rogue. Finland, a member of the State of the European Union and a signatory to the European Convention on Human Rights, has knowingly withheld credible reports of extrajudicial killings, enforced disappearances, and systematic torture by Nigerian authorities, particularly against activists, journalists, and marginalized communities. Finland's Interior and Foreign Affairs Ministries have turned a blind eye to these abuses while fast-tracking bilateral agreements that will benefit Finnish companies in the energy and surveillance technology sectors. This is a textbook case of complicity, rewarding repression with contracts and silence with commercial gains. Violation of European Union foreign policy norms. This visit and the nature of its engagement constitute a flagrant violation of Article 21 of the Treaty on European Union, which demands that European Union foreign policy promote democracy, the rule of law, and the human rights. Finland's obligation under the European Union Global Human Rights Sanctions regime, the principles of non-refoulement as Finnish migration cooperation with Nigerian risk deporting asylum seekers into harm's way. Filing at the European Union Court. The Pan-African Forum Limited has filed an amicus curiae brief with the European Union Court of Justice and the European Court of Human Rights, submitting that Finland has, number one, willfully concealed human rights abuses in Nigeria. Number two, failed to report to European Union human rights mechanisms. Number three, entered into bilateral cooperation that places economic interests above international accountability. Our call to action. We, as a people, as a Biafran, as a Pan-Africanist, demand that Finland be held accountable for obstructing human rights oversight in Nigeria. Number two, the European Union launched a formal inquiry into Finland's energy and security diplomacy with third countries. Number three, all bilateral agreements between Finland and Nigeria into the security and energy sectors be suspended pending independent review. This is not just about Nigeria. It is about whether European democracies will continue to trade human sufferings for fuel under the radar of international laws. For media inquiries, please kindly contact Dr. David Nyakorochi Masanga, Chairman of Pan-African Forum Limited and Associates. As well, their website is panafricanforumlimited.com. That is the message we have for my people this very morning. Anyway, here are the comments that follow this message. According to the picture I'm seeing here, this one is mass burial of people that Fulani massacred in the same Plateau state again. According to the poster here, Mr. Drake said, Nigeria is a graveyard for any human being to live. And he tagged a lot of people, including Alex, including Finland government, including BBC, Read and Trump channel televisions, News Central, and so on and so forth, etc., etc., etc. Then he said a very big shame on at Finland government for collaborating with a terrorist country to kill and maim their citizens. Well, another one here said, Mr. Christopher Okenko said, President Tinubu commend Finland for intervening in Simon Ekpa's case. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which happened yesterday, welcomed the intervention of the finance government with the arrest and detention of Simon Ekpa, saying the government will not tolerate actions and statements that could divide the country. Moving forward, Madoka said at Alex Tobe cancelled my resident permit. Chineke, at Alex Tobe and Finland, they cancelled my resident permit and deported me because I enrolled to Mahamutajan Kulutukstin, a study opportunity I was legally entitled to. You gave me 50 euros after 6.5 years to start a new life. But Sumi is here enjoying free and oil and gas from my own father's land. What a painful exit. God have mercy. 50 euros after 6.5 years. It is painful. He said, okay, he's still posting that is the same person. And according to Mr. J said, because of the oil and economic gain, Finland government and Alex has chosen to cover the atrocities Nigeria have committed against Biafrans from 1967 to date. The anger of God will definitely visit Finland if they don't release our leader, Mazi Simon Ekpa, or our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Muhammad said, posterity shall be kind to you and generations because you are a man of truth. May your days be long, sir. At Alex Tobe, shame on you and your entire generations. OZ Ifeanyi said, truth laid bare, but at Finland government stands to be the greatest losers if they trade integrity with business interests of a failed enclave called Nigeria. Biafra apart owing the resources Nigeria government is using against Biafra. Biafra fights for survival and no force can ever stop us. According to Muhammad said, Africans should know that suppression of any African activists by the West is always a ploy to continue to keep Africa in slavery. High time Africans rise up and defend African saviors like this wonderful man is doing. It is time for Africa to liberate itself. At Mouthpiece _ said, it is a shame that even Ray Donald Trump, who well-meaning Biafran supported, thinking that he has human leniency, has disappointed us a second time. Remember when Buhari gave instructions to kill Biafrans in Lagos that supported Trump? These people are all evil hypocrites. Biafrans, I beg, make on a lane. Okay, and according to him, said they will not crush our spirit. Of course, they will not. Benedict Akwebu, we all know that the West feeds on corruption and dirty deals. That is the more reason they cannot do with African resources, or rather they cannot do without African resources, but we have come to put an end to it, starting with France. Farbreed said at Finland government fought for independence but thinks Simon Ekpa is doing something against the law. Meanwhile, self-determination is never a crime in international community or international laws. Well, my wonderful people, now here we go take back break. More of these videos is coming your way. Once again, happy Friday. As you're watching, please kindly drop your opinion at the comment section. What do you think about this video? Have a nice day and may good luck continue to bless us all. Que mesiano, my people.